Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Alexis. I am a disabled powerlifter from Pennsylvania and a Buffbunny collection exclusive athlete. First off, I do want to apologize for getting this review video out so late. If you've noticed, this is not my apartment, studio front porch setup. I'm at work. It is Thursday night, 6:37 at night on Thursday. Life has just been so crazy and jam-packed, but so good for me lately, and I just haven't had the time or mental capacity to make this review video and edit it until now. So I do work a full-time job. I was asked to be a part of the Buffbunny collection House of Secrets, and that also coincided with Buffbunny World that happened 2 weekends ago. That was just an incredible experience. I most likely will be making a YouTube review video, just kind of giving a debrief of that day, because I want to have that kind of like diary debrief of the day and the incredible experiences and connections I made. Also, when I returned from my trip, I have very limited sick and vacation time, so I had to go right back to work. And then the weekend after Buffbunny World, I have been training and just challenging myself to get back into powerlifting training mode. And I did my own personal strength test, which is a mock powerlifting competition meet. And, coming back from the Buffbunny World, going right back into work, right back into, physical training, mentally preparing myself for my own competition was a lot. I ended up doing better than I even expected, and that was amazing, but my body was really beat up after doing a mock meet. Every night has also just been very busy. I do volunteer and I teach disabled people how to ice skate for a program for like the last 15 years. And there are a lot of responsibilities that I have with that role as well. And then I have 3 severely disabled foster brothers that one is having quite a bit of issues with his day programming. So I need to facilitate finding the funding to get him into a different day program, facilitate staffing, to transport him, all that jazz. So life has just been coming at me in every direction, and I'm leaving for my honeymoon this weekend. So weekend after weekend after weekend has just been crazy for me. My husband and I are going to Thailand for our honeymoon. We got married in May, so we're finally going on our honeymoon. We both really grinded and picked up like bar security jobs over the summer. I was a bouncer. One thing you'll know about me is that I always have a backup financial plan. I have always worked 2 jobs. That's just kind of how I am. Either, my full-time job, I do okay, but I always supplement additional income to help supplement my brother's care. So whether it be figure skating instructor, whether it be Buffbunny collection, whether it be being a bouncer at a bar over the summer, I will always make sure I do what I need to be able to travel and take care of my brothers. So yeah, life's just been really crazy. I apologize for the late review, but trust me, y'all, I have been trying to get some stuff filmed and, edited and just dealing with everything. So anyways, there are a lot of t-shirts and pump covers that are going to be new and launching in the Black Friday collection and the Black Friday sale, kind of as like a mini capsule. We also have the return of some fan favorites like the Miracle Seamless shorts and leggings and the Exposed Mesh jacket, which I'm so happy of its return. And that does have a couple of fit updates as well. And then we also have, I think, the highly anticipated straight leg Poshknit pants, straight leg Poshknit pants, not flares. A way that you can support me as an athlete is by liking this post, leaving a nice comment, or sharing this review to your IG stories. That would be super helpful. Or you can use my athlete code Lexi, Lexi, at checkout on any of your Buffbunny collection purchases to save 10%. But it also gives me a little bit of commission, and it allows the team to know that my support is growing. I would greatly appreciate it. The Black Friday sales are insane. If you've never shopped a Buffbunny collection Black Friday sale, typically how it goes is from right now, as you go backwards in the collections throughout the year, you're going to increase the percentage off sale. My recommendations, if you are shopping the Black Friday sale, there may be early access, and if early access is granted to customers, then you want to stay in the know on the Buffbunny collection broadcast channel. If I were y'all, I would make a list of everything you want, and you can go into your carts tonight, tomorrow morning, kind of like preload your carts, and it might stay there once the website opens up. And or make sure that you filter through per your size, and then go look for the items that you really want to snag. That would be like my best advice. If you're going to make multiple purchases, I do ask that you please keep athletes in mind, because we are reliant on meeting a certain amount of sales to stay exclusive or be an affiliate to help them continue on with the brand. I am going to make this video a lot shorter, so I'm not going to go over honorary mentions. I'm not going to go over a whole lot. Boys ruin everything. I had a couple of really like nasty creepers in my comment sections on the last two videos that I reviewed and posted for Buffbunny collection. So I deleted those comments, I turned those people in. Somehow, YouTube says that they didn't go against the community guidelines, even though these men said really nasty things about me. So I have my bent over test, but it's going to be within and embedded within the videos. So if you do want to skip to those, you definitely can. And without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we have the Poshknit straight leg pant. Lighter heather gray color. It is a white base. High rise, not an ultra high rise. They're coming in 3 different lengths, so short, regular, and long. The Poshknit fabric moving forward will have a new standard of texture and feel. Stretchier and softer moving forward. So this is kind of like butter fabric, but a little bit more durable. This is warmer to the touch compared to butter. It feels really stretchy in all directions. It feels lightweight, warm to the touch, very slinky. The waistband is tapered in, contouring V waistband. No stitch seam at the top of the waistband. It's simply the fabric folded in half and onto itself. No front right seam, of course, a kind of diamond-shaped crotch gusset, and then 2 seams that run along the inside and the outside of the whole pant leg. Are fitted at the top of the thigh, matching it up with the top of the thigh. It's almost the same width. Silicone Buffbunny emblem above the glute contour. So in the glute rise, the stitch seam is nice and simple. I believe the first time we ever saw Poshknit fabric from Buffbunny collection was for the Deadlift collection, and this is the Estes print. This Poshknit iteration was a lot more dense and compressive, and it feels really nice, like suede-like feeling to it. So I just want to show you the thigh part of the original pair. You can see how stretchy that is. So I just wanted to show you a difference. Just to show you a little comparison, if I stretch that out, OG Poshknit, it was a lot thicker. The Legacy flares are both a size large. For the bottom of the pant leg, just a tiny bit wider compared to the Legacy flares. And then for rise height, these are going to be high rise, whereas the Legacy are ultra high rise. And for general measurements, the top of the waistband laying flat is coming in at about 10.5 inches. Total rise height of the front is coming in at about 9.5 inches, at about 19.5 inches. And then the top of the thigh under 11 inches. The very bottom pant leg opening is coming in at around 11.5 inches as well. The back rise height is coming in a little bit under 10 inches. I'm indifferent to these leggings, and the rise height on me is more of a high rise, where I wish it was an ultra high rise, but if I pull it up more, I risk having more camel toe. I only bought them with my own money at the Buffbunny Collection Boutique because I really wanted to review them for y'all. One of the perks of Buffbunny World was that Buffbunny Boutique held a lot of the pieces that are going to be out for Black Friday. Only length that they had was regular. I prefer a short length. I do not like when the pants are hanging off the back of your shoe, like they can get dirty and wet from being outside. It's one of my like major pet peeves. It's a lot stretchier and softer. So these are not giving any compression. They sit on the skin. I don't feel them at all. I don't have any tummy control, and you can see my fupa, and I'm getting a little bit of a camel toe just because these are so like thin. And then on the side, no cellulite coverage, but because it's a thinner fabric, my booty's looking really good, even wearing like the printed granny panties. It is more longer glute friendly. In the back, it does dip down. The designers was saying that from now on, Poshknit fabric is the new standard. It's stretchier, it's softer, it's still warm to the touch, but it's like butter fabric, just a tiny bit more durable. So it's not going to pill as much as butter. So for the size medium, it did fit. However, you could tell it was just a little bit too tight by the color difference between the waistband and the like actual leggings. If you want to size down, you can for a little bit more compression and support. However, they're going to show up a little bit more opaque. And because they're smaller size, they were even like lower rise on me. Stay true to size. I think it will pill just a little bit It will show sweat, especially in the lighter colors like this, but in the onyx black, you should be fine. And I do think this is going to wick away sweat a lot better than the original form from the Deadlift collection. Overall, I would have to rank these like an 8 out of 10 for me and my personal preferences, because number one, I wish that the rise was a little bit higher. I know it's stretchier and thinner fabric, but I can't just like pull them up to be the right height in the front and the back without having major camel toe. Second, I do wish that the back waistband rise height was just a little bit higher. The third thing that I'm not in preference for, it was just like a solid lighter gray color, because I think to have that white base and then add this print on top, it's just too thin and stretchy. And then the fourth thing I'm not really in preference for is that they're just not like flattering. They don't have, you know, compression and support, and they're not like cellulite friendly. This whole situation, I don't think I'll be wearing these in public for a workout, but I think for lounging, like running errands or something with like a bigger sweater or jacket over it, I think these are great. But for me and like my body type and my personal preferences, so I would recommend getting these if you really want a nice straight leg pant, like lounging or running errands, more lifestyle. I would highly recommend these. But next up, I am so excited. This is the return of the exposed mesh jacket, the polyester spandex kind of sheer material. I do believe that the bottom band and the neckline and the cuffs are made of Perform fabric. This is a relaxed cropped fit and in a hidden zipper pockets and then a big zipper in the center. Pockets with dyed to match metal hardware. They're pretty big. I can actually fit my whole phone in here, no problem. A dyed to match zipper. They left the zipper silver and has an engraved Buffbunny emblem. And then the neck collar, it is doubly lined with the bottom of the jacket, no stitch seam at the bottom. The cuffs do not have thumb holes. Tri-stitch detail like your forearm area. It is rouged. That way it just adds a little bit more of an elegant, romantic, like voluminous sleeve. In the back, it's nice and simple, or dimension and design. There is that kind of like fanning tri-stitch seam there. For comparisons, this is the original exposed mesh jacket. The length is almost exactly the same. So if I have this like smack dab in the middle of the newer jacket, collar all the way to this first panel, they're the same width. But then from this panel to like where the sleeve starts, where it's like an inch wider. So I do think that this is even more of a relaxed fit compared to the original exposed mesh jacket. I understand this is a smaller size, but that's a significant like size increase. Like the shoulder area, if you line up the bottoms to it, that's like a whole inch difference. So I do think that the new exposed mesh jacket does fit more relaxed compared to the original form. Shoulder, and compare the sleeve length. The sleeve lengths are actually the same. It's just a little bit taller compared to the original, but again, this is a bigger size. The back rise height for both of these is going to be just a little bit off as well. That girl jacket, which recently launched in Lift Like a Lady, this one had a lot more rouging and was just a lot more loud with its design, especially it really allows more of a like a waist snatching effect on this jacket. Sleeves on that girl jacket are a little bit longer and they're just rouged all throughout the top panel, whereas the exposed mesh jacket only has those 3 stitch seams, or like darts, I think is what they're called, and a little bit of rouging towards the bottom that give it its volume. So the front rise height for the both of these is actually going to be the same. Exposed mesh jacket is actually going to come up a little bit longer. For general measurements, the front rise height is going to come 15.5 inches and at about 18 inches wide. The side, about 9 inches. Arm opening, 9 inches. Down the center, the sleeve length is coming in at around 22 inches long. That really starts the sleeve of the jacket, and that is tight. So you can kind of see that there. The waistband fits good, a little bit loose. I think the exposed mesh jacket right off the bat is probably more true to size than it was before. Pockets are big enough where you can fit your phone pretty comfortably. And the neck collar is super comfortable. The sleeves are a good length. I do think if you're a taller girly, these will be fine on you. I have worn my original exposed mesh jacket a lot. I think they are a great little cover, but still showing off that sports bra if you don't just want to wear sports bra and leggings to the gym. So that white one, I have probably bleached like 5 different times because I've worn it so much. So in wearing them a lot, they don't pill, they don't snag. The mesh fabric is actually more durable than you would think it is. And it's nice because it's a little bit stretchy and it retains its like elasticity over time and after bleaching and different washes. A mesh material, it's very easy to wick away and dry sweat. I'm gonna have to rank the updated exposed mesh jacket as a 9.5 out of 10. Only thing that I'll have to take a half point away for is the sizing. I wish that in the PDF for the Black Friday sale, it was expressed that it's more true to size, because like I said, in the arm, it just has a lot more give than what it did at that stitch seam, you know, before. I did get a black one. I will be exchanging that for a size large. So if y'all follow me on Instagram, keep posted on my stories. If I get different sizes, I will definitely do a little story update if it's just a picture post or a small video. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think your favorite color is going to be, if you're going to snag this in bloom, black, or white. I would highly recommend to get this jacket. I think it's the perfect little pump cover for the gym while looking a little bit more elevated. If I am just wearing a cute sports bra, I will definitely throw on one of my OG exposed mesh jackets over it and, you know, rock it that way. So I would highly recommend to get this. It's really cute. It's feminine. It is strong, but also it's not like overly crazy in the sleeves like that girl jacket was. So I think a lot of customers are gonna like this. But I would highly recommend to get one of these and add it to your closet. Next up, we have the return of the Miracle Seamless 6-inch shorts. They have not changed, the team said, since Strong AF collection. However, I personally noticed a little bit of a difference, so I'll go over the details. But shape seamless fabric, medium compression and support. It is high rise, under the glute compression, which kind of like lifts your glutes. It has a deep V to really help shape your glutes. It does have a stitch seam only on the inner part of the leg portion. The team did gift me a size extra large for the athlete group workout for the House of Secrets. Strong AF. I felt like the glute rise height was just so short and it really squished my butt, and it just felt like the seam was so compressive and it may like pop on me. Like an inch difference in rise height. Back waistband, Strong AF had a slightly higher rise in the waistband. That's just my observation. This is a size large and this is a size extra large. The under the glute contouring feels a little bit thinner and stretchier. Okay, waistband, the front rise height is going to be the same. The width of the waistband, again, extra large versus large. I just want to show y'all really quick that I do think the Miracle Seamless shorts and leggings fit a lot more true to size. And these are way more long bottom friendly. The team accidentally gave me a size extra large for the House of Secrets group workout. So I just want to point out a few things, that there is like extra fabric in the crotch area. There's a little bit of puckering right above the glutes here and here. So it just kind of goes to show you that these are just a little bit too loose. And then the under glute contouring is like very minimal on me, and the size up extra large. So again, I would highly recommend staying true to size. Do not size up because it'll be just a little bit too big, minimal compression in the waistband. Do not size down because you risk these being a lot more sheer. Waist might be a little too tight, so stay true to size. The Miracle Seamless leggings, and I was very worried to wear these all day at the Buffbunny World event because if y'all know me, seamless is not really my favorite. And also I knew I was going to sweat a lot, so taking these off and putting them back on is like struggling. It actually, these are the same pair I wore at Buffbunny World and they held up, and I went pee multiple times peeling these off with my sweaty body and then putting them back on and situating them, and these actually like worked out fine, which I was shocked. So if you do want to see all of the like up close details on the Miracle Seamless leggings, you can look back at the Strong AF review that I did, and I covered that. Because these are kind of restocking in a different color, I'm going to go over just comparisons really quick. I don't know where I put my leggings, I can't find them, but I just wanted to compare the rise height of these. These are both a size large from the Strong AF collection. The rise height in the glutes is just a tiny bit shorter. So for the waistband, back rise, they're actually going to be the same. For the newer version is a lot more stretchier and less compressive. These lay a little bit more nice and flat, whereas these can like kind of bunch up and really dig into the bottom of your glutes. Then in the front, the rise height is going to be the same. We have the Halter Seamless Sports Bra. The latest iteration of this was from Bailey Stewart's Strong AF collection. So there are actually no fit updates from my observation. I can do a quick comparison just to really hit home that there's no fit updates for this. So the rise height for these is exactly the same. The longer line is going to be the same rise height, and then the sides about the same. The strap, if I line up the stitch seams here to the very middle of the neck, they are appearing to be the exact same length. These have the same rise height. Cherry weight short sleeve tee, 100% cotton. It is a unisex relaxed fit. It is a full length, kind of crew neckline. These cherries are so cute, and I love them because they are weight plates. How cute and detailed those weight plates are. And then Buffbunny collection, nice and small on the lower right hand side. Cotton now from Buffbunny collection I think has a little bit of a new standard because it's a little bit more slinky, stretchy, and just really nice soft feeling to it. The front side of it is nice and simple and cherry design to it on the side. This is the extra large long sleeve Strong Girls Lifting Club t-shirt that came out recently. New t-shirt for Black Friday is just a tiny bit shorter compared to on me because I have a longer torso. This is a size extra large. It just barely covers my butt. So it is a little bit of a longer length. At the actual athlete workout, I ended up wearing this way and kind of styling it. I personally like a big print in front. Not everybody does, which is totally fine. But what I did is I took it around the bottom of the design and then I put it up and then I tied the back off and I tucked it under my leggings. So it was more like this. I personally like this look, but then someone was like, well, it kind of looks like the weight plates are your boobs. So then I was like, you know, never mind. Anyway, I just want to show that to y'all that that is an option. But I like the oversized sleeves. It's cozy. It is soft, stretchy cotton. Softer compared to like the Grounds and Juicy collection. 100% cotton like fabric feel. So highly recommend. Great pump cover. So excited to have a black t-shirt from Buffbunny collection. So there's two different fonts here. This is again 100% cotton, relaxed fit t-shirt. Okay, and this is actually a 2XL in the black in this t-shirt. It is long enough just to barely cover my butt. Comfortable. I'm very happy to see a black t-shirt from Buffbunny collection because we don't really get black very often, and sometimes I just want to throw on a black t-shirt and grind at the gym. And I would highly recommend getting some of these t-shirts, especially now with the Black Friday sale, because the fabric is just really nice and soft, and it's a great pump cover or just t-shirt that you can wear anywhere. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching my video. If you could please leave me a like, a comment, or a share, or use my athlete code Lexi, L-E-X-I, at checkout, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm just going to be honest, I need to reach a certain threshold of sales this month to continue on with the brand. And if you are going to make multiple purchases from the Black Friday sale, I would greatly appreciate it if you not only keep me, but keep any of your favorite athlete or reviewers in mind. Use their codes to help them stay on with the brand. I would greatly appreciate, you making that effort and that thought. But do whatever is best for you. Just throwing that out there. I sincerely just want to say thank y'all for everything. Buffbunny World reminded me just how far I have come in my review videos, my editing, my style, my comfortability, my confidence in being in front of the camera. I just really appreciate y'all for being here along the way. I kind of can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing, as busy as my schedule is. Somehow I'm still managing. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for being here and for all of your support throughout the last couple of years with Buffbunny Collection. And I hope that you snag everything that you want from Black Friday. If you're not into the Black Friday items, if you pretty much already have everything, that's okay. Don't feel pressured to buy. I know people are probably gonna go, why did she just say that? She should be selling us stuff. But like, you need to do what's best for you, especially heading into the holiday season. Don't feel like you have to buy something to support us athletes. You could always just like, comment, share, help improve the algorithms, and we greatly appreciate that. But I hope that y'all have an amazing Thanksgiving break. My husband and I will be leaving for Thailand this Saturday. As I said earlier in my video, we've really been grinding. I worked almost every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, as a bouncer at a bar over the summer in order to pay, for my part of the honeymoon. So we've really been grinding, and we can't wait to just relax on a beach, not answer work emails, not, stay sometimes like coming into work 7:30 a.m., staying until like 7 or 8 p.m. So we're just really excited to spend time with each other and be newlyweds, like, just focus on us, because my husband and I are very much the like caretakers in our family. So it'll be just really nice for us to be able to focus on us for a little bit. So we can't wait. But I'm looking forward to like $3 pad thai every day. Like, I'm so excited. And then, want to see the street vendors. I want to see all sorts of different shrines and, how people live over there. So we are just so excited. But wish us luck. I hope you'll have an amazing Thanksgiving. And hopefully I'll get back to the US all fine and dandy. And I will see y'all for the next collection. Have a good one.